lesson is a reconstruction of a fictitious classroom where the Let Me Learn program is being applied. The class consists of 16 students and the class teacher. The teachers and the class average scores are rather similar, making lesson planning easier for the teacher. However, the teacher must also be familiar with the class profile in order to target all learning patterns when planning, especially those whose results vary considerably from the class average scores. In fact, it is vital that the teacher makes an extra effort in accommodating the learning needs of all children. This science lesson is linked to the theme Spring. The concept of life cycles was previously introduced in an English comprehension lesson titled The Butterfly. This concept of metamorphosis is being reinforced during this lesson, where the children have to identify, link, and sequence the 4 stages of a butterfly's life cycle, as well as show their understanding of every stage. The children will be divided into 4 groups, and the members of each group have different learning patterns and must work collaboratively on the task they are assigned. Each group will work on one of 4 activities, based on the different patterns: sequence, precision, technical, and confluence. Since the class average shows a high sequence and precision pattern, an instruction handout will be given to all the groups where expectations and objectives will be listed.
Good morning, children.
Good morning.
Okay, so can you tell me what we discussed during our last English comprehension lesson? Mario.
If I remember correctly, we talked about butterflies.
Excellent. Can you be more specific?
About how the caterpillar becomes a butterfly.
Very good. Can anyone else add more information?
Yes.
That. And the text was about how the caterpillar comes out of the egg, then becomes a cocoon, and finally it becomes a butterfly. Very good. So today we are going to watch a video. It is important that you pay extra attention because at the end of the lesson you will be creating your own project related to the topic. So children, do you remember what we've just watched from the video clip? Yes.
There are 4 stages in a butterfly's life cycle.
Excellent. Yes, Daniel.
In fact, we already discussed the life cycle in the previous English lesson.
Yes, very good. In fact, by the end of this lesson, you will have created your own original product in order to represent the 4 stages of making up the life cycle of a butterfly. Yes.
So we need to show how each stage leads to the other.
Yes, that's right.
The Let Me Learn characters Fina, Faru, Jeru and Zrinji will help the children analyze the task and identify the characteristics needed to complete it. Furthermore, word walls and power cards will be used as references during the activities. The teacher will observe all the children and clarify any uncertainties and answer questions. All this will help the children achieve better outcomes in their work, specifically if the assigned task focuses on a learning pattern which they are likely to use least.
Today, you will not be working on your own. You will have 4 friends to help you out.
How are we going to know their names?
They are inside this bag. I'm sure you know who they are.
The teacher will open the feely bag and take out the first Let Me Learn character.
Oh, miss, I know who that is. That's Jero. Very good. You've been recognized immediately.
Miss, I think I know what the other characters are. Slingy, Philo, and Fina.
Very good.
The teacher takes out the characters from the feely bag and the children all shout their names.
Slingy.
Fina. Now you are going to work on an activity within your own groups. But you will not work on your own. You will use these characters to help you out during the activity.
Miss, but what if we forget what we have to do?
Don't worry, this handout that I'm about to give you will help you. And one of your friends here will help you to carry out the task in your groups.
I can't wait to start.
For the purpose of this assignment, the video will show the teacher explaining each individual task to each group. The first group will be focusing on the sequential pattern. Children will be given 4 envelopes containing puzzle pieces to form the 4 stages of the butterfly's life cycle. After assembling the 4 puzzles, the children will have to sequence the 4 stages of the butterfly's life cycle. Finally, they are expected to label each picture and write 2 sentences about each stage. After providing the children with the necessary instructions, the teacher will ask the children in the group which character they think will help them complete the given task.
Yes, with Jero, since he focuses on sequence.
Very good, excellent, well done. So, Jeru, and he's going to help you out throughout the whole task. You can start.
Miss,
Yes.
we have managed to put the pictures together of the different stages of the life cycle of the butterfly. Now what do I have to do next?
Good job! Now you have to put these pictures you formed in order, according to the different stages of the life cycle of a butterfly. Afterwards, label these stages and write 2 sentences about each stage.
Okay.
So let's start putting these in order first.
The second group will be focusing on the precision pattern. Books related to the topic will be provided for research purposes. Children will also be given the option to use the class computers in order to search for further information. The children will be expected to write 10 sentences on the topic.
Which of the 4 patterns are you going to focus on?
I think we are going to work with precision as we are going to get information and write a good number of sentences.
Yes, very good. So who do you think is going to help you out?
Fina, for sure.
Good. So, let Fina help you throughout this activity.
But, Miss, can we write more than 10 sentences because these books have a lot of information in them?
Yes, of course you can. But, be careful. You have 25 minutes to finish your task.
Let's hurry up so we can finish on time and give as much information as we can.
But I don't like looking up information on books. Can I at least use the computer for
Of
research?
course you can.
The third group will be focusing on the technical pattern. Various resources such as plasticine, pipe cleaners, pasta, wool and cloth will be provided. Using the available materials, the children are to create a model representing the butterfly's life cycle.
Who do you think will help you?
I think Farah can help us.
Excellent. And why do you think so?
Because in order to do this activity, we need to use our technical pattern. And Farah will be the right friend to help us.
Yes, Miss, I agree. Because to be the model, we need to use our technical pattern.
But Miss, can we use other materials apart from the ones you are going to give us?
Yes, you can do that, but it is important to work as a group and not individually.
Miss, why do we have to work in groups?
So you can help each other and learn something new from each other.
But how are we going to create a model from the materials you are going to give us?
Try to come up with an idea of your own. I'm not going to help you because I'm sure you can do it.
But Miss, it's not fair. I don't like creating models. My technical reasoning scores in that high. It's even written on the power card.
Okay, Krishna, don't worry. Calm down. Do you usually give up? No. Go on, you and you will work it out.
The fourth and final group will be focusing on the confluence pattern. Charts, magazines, newspapers and other resources will be provided as a starting point. Children will then use these resources and their imagination to create an original and innovative project in order to show their understanding of the life cycle of a butterfly.
Look, miss, this is about what we have learned.
Yes, very good. These are different examples of life cycles. So now all you need to do is use your imagination and present what you know about the life cycle of a butterfly. You can even use the computers to help you out.
Miss, I think Jerry can help us throughout this activity.
Are you sure about that?
No, I made a mistake. To do an activity like this, we need to use our confluence pattern.
Very good, Ryan. I'm sure Zinji can help you out.
Yes, miss.
Can we start, miss?
Yes, of course.
Following the 25 minutes allocated for the activities, the teacher will give the children in each group some time to present the work to the rest of the class.
Okay. 25 minutes have passed. So I want everyone to show each and every activity that you did. So we start with the first group. Jerry.
As you can see, we have 4 pictures, and each picture, it represents a different stage of the butterfly's life cycle.
Very good.
Yes, miss. In fact, the first picture was an egg, and then a caterpillar, and then a cocoon, and then a butterfly.
Excellent.
I really had fun, miss, making this puzzle.
Why, Annika?
Because my confluence level is really high, so I really had fun putting these pictures together, even though my sequence is
Well
slow.
done. And what about the sentences which you had to write?
Yes. So about the sentences, we wrote 2 sentences about each picture, and if you all can see, we have highlighted the main word reflecting the particular stage of the life cycle.
Very good, excellent work. Brilliant.
you.
What about the group who had Fina?
Miss,
Yes.
we really enjoyed the books and articles you gave us because they had a lot of interesting information about the cycle of the butterfly.
Glad you liked it, Tatiana. Did you put this information down in sentences?
Yes, we did, miss. In fact, even found some more information on the computers. Look, like this.
Wow, that's great. Who looked the information?
We did, miss. Since our precision score isn't that high, we had the chance to do some research on the internet instead, and even found some pictures and few good sentences as well.
Let's now look at the third group who did their work with the help of Faru.
Look, miss, we know that there are 4 stages in the life cycle of a butterfly. However, we did the 2 we most liked. The caterpillar stage and the butterfly stage.
Wow, that is brilliant work. Excellent.
Although we left 2 models out, I wrote down which models we presented and why. I also stated which stages of the cycle we left out.
Good. That is excellent work. Very good. This also shows that you still knew the 4 stages of the butterfly's life cycle.
Exactly, and to be honest, I prefer writing and giving information about a topic rather than actually creating something. So I was still very involved with the task.
Very good. Excellent work, all of you. I'm very pleased. What about the last group who had this dream sheet?
Miss, we decided to do 3 things. We did a chart, a drawing of a butterfly,
Wow.
and we also did a role play. Can we show it to you?
Yes, of course. Go ahead.
We can see that first comes the egg, then the caterpillar, then the cocoon, and then the butterfly. So in our role play, Jacob will be the egg, Ryan will be the caterpillar, Elena the cocoon, and from the cocoon comes the butterfly.
During the closure of the lesson, the teacher will give feedback to each group. The children will also be given the time to reflect upon their peers' work, as well as ask them some questions. Through this exercise, the children will be able to realize that all 4 activities led to the same objective, and they were all able to demonstrate their understanding of the butterfly's life cycle using various approaches.
Okay, children, so, first of all, well done to all of you. Good. I am very pleased. You worked very hard, you finished on time, and you worked as a whole group, and none of you worked individually. Well done. Now, you are, between yourselves, are going to ask questions to each other. And you are going to ask one group to another to see what you've learned, what you've liked. So, let's start with the first group. Yes.
How has this activity helped you learn more about the life cycle of a butterfly? Miss, I have an answer to that question.
Go ahead, answer.
So, I think that our activity, it helped us to place correct pictures in the correct sequence. Obviously to show the life cycle of a butterfly.
Yes, and I think also that the fact that we have to write sentences will help us remember the life cycle of a butterfly.
Excellent, very good. You managed to complete the task in the right way. Now, the second group.
Yes, through this activity, we had the chance to gain more knowledge about the life cycle of the butterfly.
And we even had to read books which helped us more.
Very good.
And I still enjoyed myself because I had to use the computer. And I still had new information.
Alright, that's good. Great job. Third group. Who had Faru? Yes, does anyone have a question? Tell me.
Do you think that you have learned something by doing the models?
Yes, a lot of these activities that had us learn, but in a different way. Instead of putting the pictures in order, writing sentences, we got the chance to make the models ourselves, and it was really fun. Very good. Great. I'm very pleased with your project, and they are beautiful. I also like the work done by Stringy's group. They were very creative and imaginative. How has this activity helped you learn?
The charts helped us to put the pictures that were found on the newspapers and the magazines in order. And the role play helped us to be original and creative.
Very good. So, children, today, apart from learning about the life cycle of a butterfly, we all learned that we are all different. Am I right?
Yes.
And we learned that we can work together and not individually. Apart from that, I am very, very pleased with all of you. Well